Hey, good Monday evening to everybody. Dan here, Ultimate Boston Red Sox Collector page on Facebook and YouTube. So today was a good day. Today was a good mail day. I got a lot of cool stuff in the mail today. I actually got a lot accomplished yesterday. I got my 2009 want list done. I'm now transferring it over to my Google spreadsheet site. What I do is I go on Trading Card Database and I print out the checklists for each year, and then I go through my binders and mark off the cards I do not have, and then I transfer those to a spreadsheet. That's how I'm currently doing them, and I found that to be the most effective way, for me personally. So it does take up a lot of paper and a lot of printing, especially on the more recent years when I'm printing them double-sided. I'm still printing out 70, 75 pages of lists, and it's small print. I basically only do my want lists for base cards. I do not do inserts yet. I will probably someday do that. And I don't do them for autographs or relics or anything like that. So that's how I do my want list. I was able to get, like I said, I got 2009 done on the actual paper checklist. Now I'm just transferring everything over. Today's mail day was, like I said, very good, very good variety of things today. A couple new autographs for the collection. They both happen to be of the same player. And I also, excuse me, I also added a cool oddball set that I've been wanting to get for a long time. And the seller had one listed with a buy it now, and it only took 3 days to get it once I purchased it. So I was pretty psyched to get that today in the mail. A couple of 70s oddball cards, a couple of 2020 cards, and the new Ted Williams card from a kind of a, not scarce by no means, but a difficult to collect subset that I may try to tackle. I've been looking, since I purchased this one, I've been looking for more, and they're not cheap and they're not easy to find. So, and I have a visitor. Hi, Chloe.
Hi, Dada.
And Chloe's here.
Oh, wait, this mouse is not permanent.
It's not permanent, she says. All right, so she's happy to be here. And somebody's having a little too much sugar this afternoon, maybe?
What is it? Bye-bye.
Okay, bye, Chloe. All right, she likes to make cameos here and there in my videos, so there she is, my daughter Chloe. She's excited about the mail day too, I guess. So let's get to it here. First thing I want to show is my new 2020 editions from the Donruss. This is the season stat line set of Chris Sale. That one is numbered 218 for 218 strikeouts last year. Which is a pretty good number considering how much time he missed and how he was obviously pitching hurt most of the year. So, pretty good number there. This one is the 2020 Donruss Dominators. This is the blue version of Rafael Devers. This one is serial numbered 249, card number 130 of 249. So another nice Rafael Devers for the collection. Always happy to get those. The next thing I want to show you, this was actually a lot of 4, and I honestly think it's the entire team set. The 1976 Crane potato chips discs. These were put out by MSA, and they had numerous different sponsors and backs and vendors that were on the cards. It was a lot of 4. I think I paid $1 something for the 4. The only one I had was Fred Lynn, so I'm not showing the Fred Lynn tonight because I already have that in my collection, but this is Louis Tiant. As you can see, Crane logo on the top. Crane logo, Crane potato chips on the back. Like I said, there's several different varieties of these. I actually have a bunch of them. A few of the harder to find ones, too. Carlton Fisk. I have several Carlton Fisk discs from this particular MSA collection. And then, of course, the man, Carl Yastrzemski. So, like I said, I also get the Fred Lynn, but I don't... no, I have it over here. I haven't filed it away yet, but there's the Fred Lynn. Again, I already had the Fred Lynn, so that was good. I had bought a lot of, like, 8 different Fred Lynns several years ago, so I have a lot of the scarcer Freddie Lynns, too. So those are kind of cool. Those are my oddball 70s cards. And this card right here is kind of neat. This is from, and I always wonder if it's 2004 or 2005. This is 2005. I believe it's Playoff Prime Cuts. This is the biography subset of Williams. Now, you can see... has a number 34 on there. They made all these different numbers, and I haven't researched the set all that much yet. Let's see, I don't know if it says home runs per year what that set is, but they're really nice cards. And again, it looks like it should have a relic in there, but it's just the number 34. And they have all the different numbers, and I don't know if it's for every year of his career, his home run totals for the year or not. Again, I got to do some more research on the set, but it's something I'm definitely going to look into getting more of. This one I picked up for about $3. They other ones I've seen are going for not going for, but they're being listed for $6 to $8 to $10 a piece. So that might be a little bit of a challenge getting more of those. I've got a light coming up in my face here. Let's see if I can adjust that. There we go. All right, and the next thing I got today, kind of the oddball thing that I got today. This is the 2004, the Red Sox collector set of poker chips, collector chips. It's a 26 card or chip set. Has all the major players from the 2004 Red Sox. It comes in the original box. I probably will leave it just like this. Very neat collectible. I've always loved these. I got this fairly cheap from a seller who, once I put it on my want list, actually did a reduced price for me. So I was excited about that. All right, and also the next two things I'm going to show were my two autographs, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, these are of the same player. I actually got the autographed baseball of Mr. Johnny Damon. Again, pretty distinct signature. He's got a very long, stretched out signature. Johnny Damon, signed at number 18. It's on an official Major League Baseball. Did not have Johnny Damon. He's not terribly expensive. I got a good deal on this one. Also, same thing was I put it in my watch list, and I had, within probably 3 hours, I had a offer from the seller for a discount of anywhere between 5 and 10%. So I grabbed it. That's one thing that I have learned recently, more so than others, as a buyer and a seller, that if you put something in your watch list, especially buy it nows, a little tip for people, and probably a lot of you already know this: if you see a buy it now, put it in your watch list, because what's happening is, as soon as you put it in the watch list, the seller gets a notification that somebody's watching your item, somebody's got some interest in your item, and then you can turn around and, as a seller, offer a discount on the item to try to move it a little bit quicker. And I've found that I've been getting a lot of these. So if you can be patient, if you think it's something that's not going to necessarily sell right away, put it in your watch list and see what happens, because a lot of these sellers just want to get rid of this stuff, and they're seeing that, and that's a great new feature that eBay has. I've taken advantage of it, probably saved myself, I'm guessing, probably over $100 over the last few months since they've been doing that on different things. And again, some sellers are more aggressive on their discounts. Some will discount at 5%, some will discount at 25, 30%. So depends on the seller, depends on the item, I guess. But that's a tip for people that I found works for me, is put it in your watch list. Don't just buy it right off the bat if it's something you're interested in, especially if it's not something you think is going to sell right away. Unless it's like a dirt cheap price on a really good item, then you might want to not take that chance, and the seller might not be offering that discount anyway if they've got it priced low enough to begin with. So something to think about. And the last thing I got today was also, as I just said, Johnny Damon. This is I believe, Tier 1 from Topps, and that is from 2019. Nice card. I hadn't seen this one before. I love the pose, love the signature. The Tier 1 cards are great looking cards. And I absolutely love that pose of Johnny Damon. This is Johnny before he had the beard. This is probably a photo from 2003 when he was growing the hair out, or possibly, actually, he came into 2004 with the beard, if I remember correctly. He was growing the hair out in 2003, so maybe this was after he shaved the beard but still had the long hair. I don't really know for sure, but a cool picture nevertheless. And another Johnny Damon. I think this is my 5th or 6th Johnny Damon. And my daughter's kindergarten teacher would be jealous. That is her favorite Red Sox player, is Johnny Damon. So I get 2 new Johnnies for the collection today, and another autographed ball for the collection. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer, but he's going to always be part of that 2004 team, and a very important part of that 2004 team. Just look back at what he did in Game 7 against the Yankees in the ALCS. Single-handedly won that game for the Red Sox. So that's what I picked up today. Like I said, it was a good mail day for me. I picked up several more items on eBay this weekend. One thing I was a little bummed out, going back to what I was talking about a few minutes ago about the putting the buy it nows in your watch list, is I missed out on one, and I waited too long. I hesitated. I've probably mentioned this a few times. The only yearbook that I need for my collection is a 1955 yearbook. There's two versions of that. There's the regular version, and then they did another version after Harry Agnes passed away. The one after Agnes passed away is a lot harder to find and goes for several $100s in top shape on eBay. At least that's what people list it for. I don't know that it actually sells for that, but that remains to be seen. Seller had a really sharp 55 yearbook, the regular one. Had it as a buy it now for $60, which is, in that shape, that's about what they go for. I lost out on one last month. I got outbid at the last minute. I had gone as high as, I think, $38, somewhere around there, and I got outbid at the last minute. Who knows what they were willing to pay for it, but they got me at the last minute. And I saw this one come up, and it was just beautiful condition, too, with complete no tears, no missing pages, no writing, clean cover, and it's just a very nice shade of like a navy blue cover. Nice looking yearbook, and I kept saying, "Oh, I don't want to. Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it?" And I hesitated, and I checked back today, and it was gone. Somebody else had grabbed the item. I'm sure that it was multiple people had it in their watch list, and other people got the same offer. The seller had dropped the price to $50, by the way, so they had offered a 17% off and dropped it from 60 to 50, and somebody grabbed it. I think it was free shipping too, so good for them. They got a good deal. I'm going to always keep, that's one of the items that I have in my saved search list, that I get notifications when other ones pop up. So I know I'll get one. I'll probably get one before the end of the summer. It's just a matter of getting one that I like at a good price. And that was probably a missed opportunity. The one that I missed out on last month was a little cheaper, but wasn't quite as nice. So that's still one of the things that I really like to get my hands on. Also, I'm going to make a list of media guides that I still need. I don't need many of them. I still need the 2019. I looked this afternoon. Two of them listed. I'm guessing they're from the same seller. They wanted like $56.95 for the 2019 media guide. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now, granted, those are the only two on eBay. You don't see them that much. Like I mentioned in my previous video a couple weeks ago when I was talking about my media guide collection, people don't buy them anymore because everything that they used to buy them for is now available on the internet. You can get all those stats at the push of a button, and people don't read those kind of books anymore. That's old school people. And I guess I could kind of put myself in that category that like to look at those and look at the stats and the comparisons and things. And of course, they still have them in the announcers' booths. You see them when they do the zoom ins on the announcers when they're talking. You'll see them on the table. So maybe I could write one of them and say, hey, send me yours when you're done with it. Maybe you sign the inside page. That'd be kind of a cool collectible. So maybe if we get any baseball this year, maybe I'll send a letter to Dave O'Brien or something and say, hey, Dave, when you're done with that media guide, how about you sign it and Remy signs it, Eckersley, whoever else happens to be in the booth, and send it my way when you're done. See what happens. You never know. And one question I wanted to pose before I end tonight's video is, I'm wondering if anybody out there is doing through the mail autographs right now. The reason obviously I'm asking is because of the whole COVID-19 thing. Are people still sending out to, what I would be wanting to do is retired players, go through some of my duplicates and just randomly pull out. I've been searching sites online to find out who the more likely guys to sign. I've had success with a couple guys in the past. Never really actively done it, but I think it's something I want to get into. I'm just afraid right now that people might not be willing to sign. You know, they don't want to touch something that comes from someplace they don't know. And I certainly wouldn't blame them, but I was just curious if anybody's been doing that and had any success with that, because it seems like now would be ideal time to do that. And obviously the current players, I think, are basically being forced to stay in their spring training cities, so I don't think they're actively back at their ballparks yet, or maybe they're in their home ballpark state. I don't know, but I'm looking at more of the retired guys who are done playing, and just curious if anybody's doing that right now and if they're getting any responses. Because I thought about doing it. I think now would be a great time if people are just being extra precautious, and I'd be curious if anybody has had any success with that. So that's how I'll end tonight's video. Lucked out. We didn't get the snow they were expecting. It just stayed rain, so that's good. Hopefully I'll get some seed out in the garden this week, out in the lawn rather, and get some grass growing. start early this year so we can have some good results. So that's all I got for today. I appreciate all of you who are watching and all of my subscribers. I am looking forward to watching some more videos tonight and subscribing to a few new pages and putting some comments down to try to get more viewership on my videos. I do allow comments now, so you can post comments if you have your own videos that you want to tell me about. And what do you collect? Love to hear about it. So that's all I got for tonight. Everybody have a great night.